Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A change of plea hearing is scheduled for today in a longtime South Dakota cold case. Later this morning, Teresa Bentis is scheduled to change her plea. The Sioux Falls woman is charged with murder and manslaughter in the death of a newborn baby known as Baby Andrew. The infant's body was discovered along Sycamore Avenue in February of 1981.
Following decades of following up on leads, investigators say DNA evidence led them to Bentis. She initially pleaded not guilty to the charges.
Now stay with KELOLAND News on air and online as we follow the developments in court.
Rapid City Police continue searching for a missing teen. 13-year-old Megan Curley hasn't been seen since 9 o'clock Wednesday night. She
was wearing a black Nike sweater and Champion sweatpants. If you see her or know where she is, call police. South Dakota's Government Accountability Board is now investigating an apparent meeting involving Governor Kristi Noem, her daughter Cassidy Peters, and the former director of the state's appraiser certification program.
So who's on the Government Accountability Board? It's made up of 4 former Circuit or Supreme Court judges and justices. These 4 are tasked with reviewing and investigating individuals holding statewide office, as well as any employees of the state's executive branch.
You can get a closer look at this board, what it is that they do, and the potential consequences someone can face on this KELOLAND.com original report by Jacob Newton. Well, let's get a first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Scott Munt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Scott.
All right, well, good morning, everybody. Another warm day. One more warm day, we'll put it that way. Temperatures probably in the 70s and 80s for afternoon highs. For today, clouds will be a little thicker tomorrow, looking at better chances for showers, maybe some thunderstorms, especially across the northern half of the area. And then changes next week. We're talking snow in the hills. We'll see if any of that spreads across the plains of western South Dakota. We'll continue to monitor that system. Otherwise, a lot of moisture should get wrapped up into that one as well, and it will turn colder. We'll have more details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. Well, in just hours from now, a group of KELOLAND veterans will head to Washington, D.C. on the latest Midwest Honor Flight. This flight will be taking 120 Vietnam veterans to the nation's capital. It will be only the second time they've had an all-Vietnam veteran flight.
KELOLAND's Carter Schmidt will accompany the mission. He will have coverage ahead of the trip tonight on KELOLAND News and bring you stories from the trip in the coming days. The future of Falls Park has a new vision. The city of Sioux Falls announced Confluence of Sioux Falls as the winning design team. The Falls Park design competition began earlier this year, looking for design teams to create a new vision for Falls Park.
Confluence beat proposals from 4 other design teams. You can view the contest-winning 70-page proposal right here on our website. Well, after 2 decades on the job, a Rapid City Battalion chief is retiring.
On behalf of the Rapid City Fire Department, I'd like to thank you for your 20-plus years of dedicated service to the Rapid City Fire Department.
A retirement ceremony for Battalion Chief Sean Barros was held in Rapid City yesterday. He just celebrated 20 years at the department.
His son, who also works at the department, had the pleasure of presenting him his helmet and driving him home in Truck 1. River otters are back in the wild.
Early Thursday morning, we caught a family of 5 out on the water, seemingly playing for our cameras.
Instead of diving underwater and disappearing, they came up to me.
Well, otters were once on the threatened species list, but were recently removed thanks to a resurgence in their population.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Let's get one last look at your weather now with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
All right, good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Weather today featuring the chance of some severe weather this weekend. We're talking about northeast South Dakota tomorrow afternoon as this next storm system pulls out of the west, and it'll probably scoop up enough instability to produce some hail with those stronger storms. Today, though, we're not mentioning any of that yet. Looks like a dry forecast as we look at the hourly numbers here, quickly climbing into the 70s by midday in Sioux Falls, and a few clouds will pass through. Other than that, a fairly quiet afternoon. Should be pleasant weather for evening football. Here we go tonight. Showers and thunderstorms in western South Dakota. It looks like that rain chance will spread into Pierre, Mobridge, and off and on rain tomorrow. That will likely be beneficial for the drought. I think that the totality of the rain here this weekend will be more significant in the northern half of South Dakota. Now, that doesn't mean the south south is out of the mix of the talk of rain here. We do expect a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. There could be a push there late tomorrow afternoon in Sioux Falls. And then behind this system on Sunday morning, there will be wind and some showers. So I do want to include that mention there. Now, coming up for next week, we're going to have a broader discussion about a larger system coming into the plains. Already widespread precipitation totals forecast between system number 1 and system number 2. And that second one is targeting KELOLAND on Wednesday of next week. Will it snow with that? Will there be strong winds with that? I think both of those are important things to remember and to continue to check on. If you are watching us in the Black Hills, anywhere in the west, including Rapid City, there is a situation here where we could have a fairly high impact storm here next week, and we've been through this before, as history shows. So that's something that we're just kind of planting some thoughts in your mind to just keep checking back with the weather, and we of course will let you know the very latest as we unfold that forecast. 80 today, Sioux Falls, 80 in Brookings. It's a warm start, but we start to get more typical October weather. We're going with 60s next week. We want to up the wind forecast on Sunday from the northwest. Good chance of wind and rain on Wednesday in Sioux Falls. Already planning midweek to be quite stormy. I think Aberdeen will also be in that storm track with good chances of rain. And likewise, Pierre is going to fit right into this equation as well with good chances of rain Tuesday, Wednesday. At this point, I'm keeping all of that as rain for central South Dakota. It's the far west where we have to get into this discussion about snow, and there will be a lot more to say about that throughout the forecast this weekend. Check out more details online at KELOLAND.com and have yourself a great day.